Lesson on Geometry. Instructive stories from the teachings of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. There was once a poor widow who through great hardship was struggling to bring up her only son. My only hope in future is my child. I should appoint a great tutor so that he will study nicely and later make a good fortune. Since I do not have any money to pay for his fees, I shall beg money from others. I appointed the tutor but have to pay the tuition fees, so please kindly lend me some money. Once after the boy was promoted to standard 7th, he was being taught geometry by the teacher in English. Let ABC be a triangle. Hearing this, the mother rushed into the classroom and screamed at the teacher. This boy is supposed to be advancing in his studies after being raised to class 7. But you are still teaching him ABC. He learned all this when he was an infant, and I am paying you 10 rupees a month. From today, you are no longer required here. You are only fit for teaching in a primary school if all you can teach is ABC. The widow's outburst was so violent that it left no scope for the teacher to argue, and he was compelled to leave the place. Purport. The arguments put forward by persons desiring other than Krishna consciousness, along with the karmis, jnanis, yogis, ascetics and the like, including so-called religious communities, are similar to those expressed by the widow. They say, we have become totally worthless through serving all the time in this world. This sort of slave-like mentality is the root cause of all troubles. If we were to accept servitude, even after entering into the domain of religion, and to serve Godhead in complete servitude even after liberation, then how will we advance? Only when we are ignorant and conditioned under illusion, then our slave mentality is intensified. But upon liberation, the realization Aham Brahmasi, that I am Brahman, should be developed. Upon listening to such an argument, pure devotees will argue that devotion or service to Godhead is the eternal position of all conscious living entities. Such devotion, when cultivated through different stages of performing devotional service, sadhana bhakti, ecstatic devotion, bhava bhakti, and the loving devotion, prema bhakti, confirms verily the eternal utility of devotion itself. Servitude to Lord Krishna while performing devotional activities is known as sadhana bhakti, performing devotion, whereas intimate servitude or service to Sri Krishna after liberated realization is prema bhakti, loving devotion. Service to Godhead in the liberated stage is irresistible service, apratihata seva. A, B, C, D or K, Kh, G, Gh may be practiced while learning the alphabet on the elementary level. Then again, even after becoming the topmost man of letters, one has to cultivate the variegatedness and artistic delicacy of that very alphabet. Those who are impersonalists speculate just like the widow as narrated in this story, advocating that A, B, C, D should only be practiced by children in the elementary level, and that these letters are of no use to any learned person. It is not that servitude to Sri Krishna should be offered only during devotional performance, but it must be renewed even upon attaining perfection through liberation as service to Lord Krishna in our eternal profession. Servitude or service offered to Lord Krishna is our eternal profession. Servitude or service offered to Lord Krishna after attaining the stage of liberation is to be considered as real and the most perfect form of service. Servitude to illusion, Maya, and servitude to Lord Sri Krishna should never be considered equal.